welcome. My name is Michelle. I am your emotional resilience coach. One client said to me, you know, Michelle, my relationship with a narcissist was absolutely soul shattering. And I could understand this. What I want to chat with you about today is when you question the narcissist. Now, in our relationship with a narcissist, there was going to come a point where their stories are just not going to add up, right? They are going to be obviously lying. You probably found yourself catching them out in lies. Maybe you've decided to be gracious about it and not say anything and not point out the lie, but you've kind of tucked it at the back of your head and it hasn't left you. And so you're a little bit on alert. Well, maybe I'm being a bit hard on them, or maybe it isn't actually a lie, or maybe I should just give them a little bit more space or whatever, right? But the doubt is there. The doubt is in your mind. That seed has been planted. And with that seed being planted, you're going to start asking questions. Are they telling the truth? Aren't they telling the truth? What is real? What isn't real? Their words aren't necessarily matching up with their actions, the way they show up, how they are being. It doesn't necessarily compute. And so you're going to have some questions. Or maybe you've already been there and it has backfired on you and you feel, is it even worth going there again? Hell hath no fury like a narcissist who has been caught out. If you catch a narcissist out in a lie, you will see that mask slip. If they feel cornered, you will become the enemy. Even if they must fabricate a story as to the why behind their unkind behavior, right? It's very common that a narcissist would justify their bad behavior. You will have front row seats to the lengths they are prepared to go. When involved with a narcissist, you have taken a one-way ticket to crazy town. And what I mean by this is that none of it is rational. It's just all so confusing, and they're so good at twisting your words and throwing things back at you and having you doubt yourself and should I have even asked that? And if they get angry, you know, those who are in the extreme form of codependency. And again, this is not a judgment. This is just the way we try to survive. But what happens is you tend to feel, well, maybe I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I shouldn't have asked that. Or in some cases, I've seen people say, well, I deserved their anger. I deserved the abuse. I shouldn't have questioned them like that, right? Maybe you know somebody who has been in a relationship like that, or maybe you've witnessed it. This is what we do to try and protect ourselves from the narcissist's rage. They are driven to always be seen as the best, the kindest, the nicest. It is a competition, even if you are unaware of it. You don't need to sign up for the competition for it to be one. It is not uncommon for narcissistic mothers to be in competition with their daughters to be the better one, the prettier, funnier, more likable. They don't care that they are competing with their own child. The child's job in this instance is to make the mother feel good about herself. This is how the child receives love and acceptance. This is when the child is acknowledged and seen. You learn to adapt to their parent and their needs instead of the other way. And so for me, what was a red flag in past relationships and what has become a huge red flag for me in relationships going forward is if I have a question, or if I'm not antagonistic, I'm not contentious, I'm genuinely curious about something doesn't make sense, and the level of their reaction is indicative of, for me, how much it is that they're hiding. Because if they become extremely defensive, if they become aggressive, if they attack in any way, then I know there is something up here, right? They are hiding something. I was actually told once, somebody turned around and said to me straight up, you ask too many questions. And this is something that had me spinning for years. I was like, how can a person ask too many questions? How can it be wrong to just want clarity? How can it be wrong to be curious? Like, this really had me flummoxed. And then one day I made peace with it, but a little while later I came across something which really, really resonated with me. And maybe this is something that can help you in your relationships with a narcissist, especially when you get to a point where you might be questioning something, or something's not sitting, or something feels a bit fishy, and the person you're asking the questions from kind of gets, their back up. And that is, truth does not mind being questioned, right? Because it's got nothing to hide. I'm an open book. You want to know something? Ask me. If I don't want to share it with you because maybe it's not mine to share, I will say so. I will say, well, that's actually not mine to share. I can't let you know. If I want to not tell you something because maybe I feel that it's going to be used against me, or there's going to be judgment, or there's going to be criticism, again, this is something that I can navigate and say, well, when I feel more comfortable, maybe I will let you know, or maybe we can have this conversation when I'm ready, or whatever. We don't have to share every detail of our lives with everybody, but when a person gets really cagey and they get really aggressive and they spin it around and they say things to you like, you ask too many questions, there's a moment there where you need to pause and go, am I really? Is it wrong for me to be asking where you were when you said to me you were in place X, but somebody saw you in place Y, and your story's not correlating, right? And the rest of that little thing that I saw was, a lie does not like being challenged. So are they responding in a way like, hey, you're challenging me, I don't like it, know your place? Again, you come out with a codependent who's like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have pushed them, I shouldn't have made them angry. Now they're so angry with me, and that hits our abandonment buttons and our rejection buttons, and so we scramble to try and make right. Please, 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 love me, love me, love me. I'm sorry that I did that. You're right, I'm wrong. It's my fault. When maybe you just asked a genuinely curious question, one that maybe you have the absolute right to know, like, hey, where were you? Or why did you say you did X when you were seen doing Y? Or whatever it may be. Obviously, it'll be to your particular circumstance. Please don't forget to check out my book on Amazon, Who Are You Beneath the Pain? Come on over to Emotional Resilience Coach. I'm Michelle. Say hey to me there. Please don't forget to hit like, subscribe, the notifications button. And if this would resonate with anyone, please do share, share, share. Let's take a deep breath. And out, and acknowledge that you are doing better than you think you are. Have a most empowered day.